I'm going to ask these questions to you guys and see what answers you come up with to see how close we are. And then I'll tell you what the polls came up with for the reality of it. The first question was, what percentage of Americans are black or African American?
What would you think, Tom?
20%.
Martine, what do you think?
I think I'd say 15%.
Cody?
Yeah, 15 to 20 sounds about right.
Okay. So generally, the answer was 41% thought that the population of America was made up of African American.
You're saying if you walk up to the normal person on the street and you say, how many black Americans does America have?
Yes.
The common reaction would be around
41%.
41%.
Yeah. The reality is 12%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the shocker.
And I think what he's getting at here, and the underlying theme of his whole broadcast, was we focus so much on issues that are actually smaller towards the overall application of the population than is focused on in the media, and he wants to actually see what people are thinking of because how much attention we're spending on some of these issues. Not that it's a small issue, what's going on or what happened with African Americans. Of course, the slave issue has been resurging, and reparations for what happened prior to the Civil War, even after the Civil War. But it's so much in your face that regardless of the fact that you live and breathe in reality, you think that the numbers are vastly out of proportion. So the next question was Hispanics. Okay, so we're talking about minority groups here. So what percent of Americans, and I love it because these percentages don't add up, but what percentage of Americans do you believe are Hispanic?
What do you think, Tom?
I'm going to go, based on the last one, was under what I thought. I'm going to say 25%.
Cody, what do you think?
That seems high, actually, now that I think about it.
I'm going to say 40.
40% Hispanic?
In America?
Oh, I'm thinking locally. Yeah, let's go quarter. Let's say 25%.
Okay. Well, the answer that was given by most people, the most popular answer or the average answer, was 39%. So you were close, right? Most people would think it was about 40%. The reality is 17%.
Okay.
I don't know if that poll was taken before or after the Biden administration because it's changing daily.
It's quite higher now.
But nonetheless, it is 17% according to these polls that were taken. And so that's way off of what we would we think on a regular basis. And we're thinking that because it's so broadly spread throughout the media how big of an issue this is.
So you're saying, based on those two numbers, 80% of America is either 80%
Yeah.
of America, 8 out of 10 people are either black or Hispanic.
Yes. And that's a funny thing too, because another question was, how many people are transgender? What percent of individuals are transgender? Now, of course,
100%.
I just don't know it yet.
I don't know if that's a trick question right off the bat, because if you say that they're a transgender person, I don't know what is politically correct anymore.
I don't know.
Because once they identify, can't you just have to say
Their pronoun or something?
that they are a woman, even if they were born a man? They're not a transgender woman. They're a woman. Is it bad to say they're a transgender man or woman?
We're looking at Martine because he has the inside beat on.
He's got the inside track on this.
He's a lot younger. He's hip.
How old are you,
and with
Martine?
I'm 19 years old.
19 years old. But he's got the wisdom of an 80-year-old. Okay, let's hear it, though, Martine. You're in the loop.
Did Shawn just offend?
Did I offend you?
No, I don't
Not
really
you, transgender. What are we supposed to say?
Is somebody that transitions from a man to a woman, can I call them a transgender woman?
Yeah.
And that's okay to her face?
Yes, but like it's kind of like it's like saying like, oh, you're a male, but like you're not gonna be like, oh, this male. You'll just be like he, him. You'll use those pronouns. But if you just don't know, you can be like, oh, that transgender woman, and then that's fine. But if it's like into like a pronoun thing and they are a transgender woman, but they identify with like they them pronouns or he him pronouns, it's more respectful to use those when referring to them instead of just saying, oh, that the transgender woman like over there, like they over there, he over there, whatever, him over there, whatever.
So
So when you say transgender woman, I don't know which one it is. Is it a biological woman that's
no, it's a biological man.
I get
So
confused with
from my understanding, it's the like the gender is what you're transitioning into. So like man to woman is a transgender woman, but woman to man is a transgender man.
that. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you for
that's
that.
what I understood too. I think everybody understands that except you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
No, I feel so-
100%. Now that you
I just-
understand it,
it was like an
100%.
awakening.
Yes, 100% of the population
Awakening, if you will.
understands what transgender woman means, and the population believes that there was. I want to find the statistic here, but it was approximately 15% were transgender.
I would have said 5.
What would you say, Cody?
I think it's 1. I think there's like less than 1% of the population that actually falls into this.
Adam?
Oh, absolutely. I'm with Cody on that one.
It is less than 1%.
Yeah.
So
Less than 1%.
yes, less than 1%.
That's significant.
So, but we're talking about it all
As
the
if
time.
it's 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I made the joke.
Well, we're talking about it as if it's a significant portion of the population. Okay. So the next question is, how many are gay or bisexual? What percent of the population?
What do you think, Tom?
What do I think? I'm gonna say, I'll say 5%.
I'd like to say 15%. Everybody's gay nowadays.
Cody, what do you think?
25%.
25%? Wow.
Yeah. Have you seen this country?
Have you been to West Hollywood?
Okay, Shawn, what's the actual
What's your guess?
percentage?
What's your guess?
I thought it was less than 1%.
For gay too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
Transgender and gay. I already had skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the things that are pushed on us, I felt like there are not that many individuals that are identifying as this, and
So
so I
very
was already skeptical of it. But
vocal minority is what you're saying.
So according to this, it is 3%.
Okay.
3%.
Split the baby between 1 and 5.
That is the greatest marketing campaign ever.
yeah,
Because I would never have thought.
I'd be interested to see how these numbers change when you go by generation.
I was thinking that same thing because I think this came up in it might have been Bill Maher.
He does. He has
talks
this great
about how
thing.
from generation to generation, like
It doubles.
it doubles.
Every
Yeah.
generation it doubles. So he's like, 4 generations from now, we will all be gay.
If you have questions or want to know more about something that was discussed today, please call the law firm of Deason, Garner & Hansen at 928-783-4575 or visit yumaestateplanning.com.